Look at you, what it do? Now let's start the show. See, these my guys, they two bros, and they got the gold. Yeah, we here, and we doing it. Talking all the something, something. I ain't got no more words, but let's start it.
You didn't say we was starting. The man, I really think he got an attitude tonight. And the way he just hitting the damn
We
button.
didn't have opportunity to go through the rundown.
But now, you know what, Keyah, the way he disrespecting us, you don't want to do the shit no more? That's how you feel?
I still ain't hit the scene.
That's right. I'm telling you, pay pending. Pay is pending. Now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. Merc B, Cocky McFly, Biff Chow, out here.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. Happy Kwanzaa to everyone. This is the first day of Kwanzaa. Umoja, which means unity. Power to the people.
Why you had to say emoji?
Because you got to have some emphasis with your black.
He had to say it like emoji.
Moju.
She with the shit too. I like it. I like it.
Anyway, across the table from me, that is my brother, Merc B. Wiz. Merc, say hey to the people.
You know, I was gonna do right because we were coming to the end of the year, but you know, fuck it. Ain't gonna happen, man. I'm just gonna be myself. Good evening from the number one spades player in the world who carried us to victory.
Hey.
It was all me. It was me. Sorry
Number
about
one
the
in the
can.
world, Craig.
In the world.
Anyway, so we got a special guest this evening. I mean, you know, she is just a Jill of all trades and a master of all the trades that she in. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life.
She ain't even got trade. She got
businesses,
corporations and businesses.
We are a corporation. That's what's nuts. Thank you.
Look at this shit. You see what I got oil. I be knowing. Can I get a job?
I would like to work. Anyway, we got our good friend.
That's what I would like to do.
Hey man, all right. We got our good friend, our sister. She just is phenomenal. Y'all get up for Keyah. Keyah, say hey to the people.
That's the soundboard. But hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's Keyah in the building.
You got love.
You better come on with this social
Midnight love.
midnight. Yeah, Sherry Carter. She got it.
Done it, see? Nigga.
You could do the jazz that on WJSU, baby. You could do that.
It's Keyah.
That
Hey
boy.
to the people.
How y'all
I
doing?
like it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
tell the
man.
people about success and elevation. Do it in that voice.
Hey, man, you need to stop talking with you.
Man, that can is so good. This the strawberry candy your grandma used to have in the left corner of her purse.
really
She leave it in
is.
there 12 hours. And it be like soft and hard at the same time when you get it.
And on that note,
That's that hush at church candy. She give you that and be like, shh.
Yeah, I
buy a little, give it to you like
Yeah.
20. Sit your ass down.
Get from under that pew. All that shit.
Talking with her teeth. I know you something like that. Anyway, we just gonna talk about a whole bunch of great things that she has going on. We gonna talk about some health and wealth and hashtag bring back the jack.
Yes.
Bring back the jack.
Cause we out here. Yeah, man. So again, man, our special guest this evening, we got Keyah in the building with us. Man, first of all, Keyah, congratulations on all of your success. It is amazing all that you have done for the people in the city of Jackson, and a product of the city of Jackson already. So you are in a very distinct group of probably one. Where you are a young black woman who is a business owner in Jackson, Mississippi. Like, what is that like?
Wild. Man, it's fun, it's wild, it's eye-opening. Let me definitely say that. Because, Jackson, Mississippi, capital Mississippi, blackest, is it one of the blackest cities in Mississippi?
One of the top 5 blackest cities in the.
It is. Jackson is predominantly African American, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So it's really, on top of all of that, I'll definitely say exciting, because I've always looked at Jackson like a playground. Whenever I go and talk to people, I'm always saying that, because it really is a playground of opportunity if you really capitalize on it correctly.
Come on with the positive. I like that.
Oh yeah, it's all positive. It's all positive because Jackson is given a narrative, and I'm here to change it.
And it ain't by the people in Jackson who giving it to them. Let me say that.
Sometimes it's the people that's from Jackson that have moved away.
Them niggas just mad. They mad. they just took that hurt with them. And
Exactly. Still hurt. They come back and be like, oh, you got a new this and a new that. It's like, yeah.
They ain't had none of this while I was here. Man, listen.
And it really, I wouldn't even say it's the hurt thing. I think that, I've always told people Jackson is a place where you create what you want to do. Like,
exactly.
It may not be this here, but there's an opportunity for you to create it, though. There's an avenue for you to create it. Like, we had to create our fun. We had to create the spots we want to kick it in.
Exactly.
We got to create the places that we need, to get groceries or get help, like that type of stuff. Like, there's opportunity there for us, but, people don't want to do that work.
Because that part,
yeah,
it's work.
Yeah, I got the idea, and I think we can do this, but then when it comes to that work, they don't want to do that work. And so it's easy to just complain and say, it ain't this to do or this to do. But I'm like, man, I'm doing stuff every day. So, I mean, if you just like to sit up in the club and buy $250 bottles, then ain't nothing to
of
do.
Hennessy.
But
damn
ain't
Hennessy.
nothing else to do. But on top of that, though, and we were kind of talking pre-show, is, the type of business you have, which you can talk more about, is not the normal black-owned business in Jackson, Mississippi.
That prospers.
Yeah, that too. I mean, we have some black-owned businesses that are doing well, that have been here plus 5 years, but, a lot of them are restaurants or places where you can eat. Very few things that focus on, like, health.
Oh, definitely. When I started, one of my friends literally told me, she was like, I don't know if you want to do it because, you going against Smoothie King.
I hope you ain't friends with whoever that is.
Listen,
no
I was like, first off, I'm not going against Smoothie King. Like, it's a whole different lane that I'm in, and regardless of who's in my lane, I ain't worried about them.
But for the sake of conversation, talk more about your lane versus the popular lane.
So I started the business back when I was 25. Really got the idea after visiting New York City. I saw tons of juice bars in New York. And I mean, I saw as many juice bars as there were coffee shops. And I was like, whoa, this is different. Like, in Jackson, we didn't have not one. We were the first plant-based juice bar in Jackson, Mississippi. And one of the first in Mississippi, period. And so what we do is juice, smoothies, and plant-based recipes. But our biggest focus is juice because a lot of people know about smoothies here. And that's like the norm, smoothies, shakes. But no one was really focusing on juice. So extracting the pulp from the fruit and vegetable and just drinking the juice. And when I was going on my own health journey and started juicing and just kind of saw the benefits, I was like, man, more people need to know about this. So, I started right out of my trunk, right at my job, serving up juice. My customers were literally my first customers. Like, I'm working at a mental health facility, and these mental health clients are like, what you drinking? And I'm like, oh, this is green juice, and I'm just telling them what it helps with. And, like, a lot of them were on a lot of medications. So I'm like, hey, well, if you take this superfood or try this out, maybe it'll help, help you out. You might need some of that anxiety that you're dealing with, the hormonal imbalances. And, like my customers, and these are people in low income, areas. My customers started buying from me. They like, hey, let me try it out. They saw the benefits. They like, I'm going to keep doing it. you know, and when I saw that, I'm like, wow, people really doing it for the health, you know, versus, you know, just doing it for a fad.
Yeah.
So from there, I was like, hey, let me just do it for more people. See who else out here wants some. And hey, I got a great response. I started really making more in the juicing than I was at my job. So, you know, at first I was a little bit nervous to leave my place of comfort. I was like,
You're speaking into this boy life.
Listen, I'm trying. But I was really nervous about leaving my place of comfort because my job was a comfortable place. Like,
Yeah, you're talking
everybody knew me. I could do what I want. I can leave and go to lunch for 2 hours, come back. You know, it was a place of comfort. And then I got moved to an uncomfortable position. And when I got moved, that was almost as if my hand was forced.
Yeah.
And it was like, what you gonna do? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this out and I'm gonna take the leap. But even before I took that leap, you know, I knew for a fact I was a first generation entrepreneur. You know, my mother dabbled in entrepreneurship. You know, she started several businesses, but I knew that, you know, when I jumped out here, I needed to do it right and I needed to do it correctly and I needed to come with it, as they say. So, yeah, jumped out on faith, hired me a consultant I couldn't afford, and went from there.
You know what I like most about your story is you never once said anything about money being the goal. Like, that was never your purpose. It was never about the money. And I think a lot of times in artistry and in entrepreneurship, people's primary objective is to make some money. And that, to me, in my opinion, in my experience, money cannot be your primary objective. Like, there has to be a purpose, which you had to really, literally help folks. You trying to help people like it helped you. And it came from a genuine place. So you kind of sowed spiritually and reaped monetarily.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what I like the most about what you said. And that's really why you keep prospering, because it's always this foundation of I'm trying to help people.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, you're doing well. You're doing great, and you continuing to do more things, and more doors are opening, but it's all because of a simple principle of I genuinely want to help folks.
Exactly. And I tell a lot of entrepreneurs that, because entrepreneurship is so, like, glamorized right now. Everybody want to flip a coin to get a coin.
Especially since the pandemic.
Oh, they out here.
It's the wave now. It's like, I am finna start this napkin making business. Like, folk is just out here.
Put your face on the napkin. Like, it's really, like, glamorized right now. And it's saddening because entrepreneurship is not easy.
Hell no, you can't take no day off.
They think that's what they like. I'm gonna go work for myself. No, you finna go from 8 hours to 24.
Man, what you talking about? Really? And you better hope, really, 48. You better hope you get a couple hours sleep in that.
I promise you, like,
especially in the beginning. Oh, I can just imagine. I'm sure you got all kind of stories you can tell in the beginning. Like, hey, man, you probably just got to a point where you could halfway exhale.
Listen, we'll be in year 5 next year. Year 5 of the brick and mortar. Let me say that we opened our first brick and mortar in 2018. I actually started the company in 2016, and that's one thing I love to tell people, because people look at where we are now and just be like, how you got there? You know, like, how did you jump to this success? I'm like, I didn't jump. I started 2016. 2016 was the foundation. It was literally me working my ass off, not paying my condo to pay my consultant.
I'm keep it real with these people on this podcast today.
To pay my consultant so I could really learn the foundational stuff before I jumped out.
Out here, like, Lord, please.
Listen,
don't let these folk come get my car.
Please, I was calling them folks. I was calling them every month.
See, that's a lesson right there too. Don't run from the folk. Call them people and talk to them.
I was called. Hey, you know, I quit my job. They had a little this, and literally, you know, they were working like, you're gonna hit your credit, but we'll let you slide this month. And so next month I call, they like, you ain't still, and I'm like, I still ain't, but you know, But talking to them, letting them know what I had going on, like literally. But also, I had invested in my 401k when I was younger. If you ain't invested, invest, okay? So I did pull my 401k when I left because that was kind of like my get me over the hump, you know? But, during that beginning, I really invested in myself because, if you don't invest in yourself and you jump right into entrepreneurship, like you can jump on in the deep end and drown. And it's super easy. But, the way it's glamorized now, people think you can start, jump in, make $1 million, and you out here, you rolling. But it's like so much groundwork that needs to be done. I did a year of preparation before we even opened our first store. And before my first store, I ended up having a loss because I had a store before that one that nobody knows about. I had a little hole in the wall off Northside Drive. That I literally opened because I was like, oh, I'm going to open this spot. I'm going to have people come pick their juice up. Man, that spot took me down through there. I hadn't invested in equipment. I hadn't invested in so much, trying to take the easy way out because I was under, what's the word? I wasn't dreaming big enough. I was trying to stay small because I was looking at my current situation instead of where I was going. And it took me to be like, hey, let's go to the drawing board and see where we really want to take this. And I was like, nah, I need to just go. I need to do what I need to do
If you're gonna
to
jump,
get what
jump.
I need to listen,
Yeah,
to
if
get
you
what I
gonna
need
jump,
to get.
yeah.
I had to let that first space go. And a lot of people get caught up in that because they're like, but I put this money here and I did all of this, man. I can't let it go. Nah, let that go because it's holding you back. And that's what I did. I was like, listen, I'm going to break this lease. And you can have this equipment that's in here. I'm gone. Like, y'all, I went in my space one time and there was a homeless man standing there.
Damn.
So I'm asking my landlord, like, who is this? He'll know, that's my cousin. He just, who is, you know what?
I'm good. You can have it, fam.
Let me go ahead and go because if I don't, my customers aren't going to want to come here. Well, your cousin is set up shop by and he got his stuff in my refrigerators.
No.
In my refrigerators that's breaking down because I was trying to buy used,
Right. And I'm paying you rent.
Listen,
Man,
it was wild.
That's crazy.
It was wild.
That's crazy, but it's not crazy.
Listen, it was just God, like, man, think bigger.
Yeah.
Think bigger. And I was just like, nah, let me let that go. And it took me to speak with my consultant, black man, because I had a lot of people that, tried to put a lot of doubt in me before. But, this gentleman really was like, Keyah, I ain't never seen what you're doing, but I believe you're going to do it. So go after it and go after it right. And he was like, where you want to be? I was like, man, I want to be in Jackson, but Jackson is taxing. And they put me through the loop just to get there. So, I went out, found my space in Ridgeland. I looked at it. I called them. They gave me a number. I said, I can't afford it. So I'm going to have to let it go. And he was like, well, what you want to do? I was like, I want to be here. And this is what I want to bring to this space for you guys. I can, promise that I can help, build this area, build, what's over here. And they took a shot on me. And we've been growing ever since.
Man, you want to host a podcast?
No, let me tell you, because what you're doing is preaching on here. And I hope whoever listened to it, obviously the people who are going to listen to it are the people who are going to listen to it. And, that are meant to listen to it.
Listen,
Let
they
me
need
say
the
that
message.
too. They going, man, listen, you done blessed me. I can't come on in this section so we can get to the next one. Because let me tell you, I'm full in the name of Jesus.
You have so many irons in the fire. And that's just on the business side. Then you got these children to raise. You got to be this wonderful wife. You got to deal with the folk at the school, be fooling with your children. I mean, you got all this stuff going on. Aside from just, your own health journey that you've been on, which started this. Like, how do you just balance all that?
I always say, like, balance comes in seasons. Each season is a different, like, version of balance.
Yeah.
Like, the balance don't stay the same throughout the year, and I think that's where a lot of times, we kind of get stuck on. It's like, oh man, well I wasn't putting my 50 over here all year, but it's like, no, this season don't call for you to put 50% over here. It calls for you to put 50% over there. Mm-hmm. So I definitely take balance in seasons and transitions, because with my health, starting out, I started out pescatarian, and then I jumped into veganism. And when health got right, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to start dabbling back to, this. I really realized that, it's all about listening to your body more than anything. And when it comes to health, and what we really push is, number one, listen to your body and get the health. Like, just put it in there, even if you don't change your diet, we don't push you to go vegan. We're just really saying, man, get some superfoods. Hey, today, get some greens. Like, make sure you're just putting this into what you are doing. But for me, one thing that we started out doing was doing 7 days of each month. At the beginning of the month, we would do no meat. So that was kind of like our detox in a sense. Because, like, we don't cleanse and detox like we supposed to. Like, we just pile it on. We just, every day, we pile it on, put on more. But we don't take the time to actually cleanse and detox. Cleansing and detoxing are actually two different things. But
so explain that, and then I got a question after that. Like, explain the difference between cleansing and detoxing.
I mean, they're kind of the same and different in a sense. So, like, detoxing is taking a break. It's okay. Like, taking a break from the things that you do, and putting in the good stuff. And cleansing is just that, putting in the necessary good stuff to cleanse out the gut. Like, everything starts from the gut. Dis-ease starts from the gut. And if you take the time to actually cleanse it, that's why fasting is important. Mm-hmm. Like, fasting from it, giving your body time to heal. Like, the body is a natural healer. Like, we're really Wolverines, we really can heal ourselves. Mm-hmm. But we have to give our body what it needs to do the healing. So if you're piling on the BS, ain't got time. It's still focusing on the hamburger. It ain't got time to go in there and, help out what you got the ailment in. So you really have to take the time to detox. So putting in the necessary things where you can actually, flush it out, putting in the good stuff, and then really cleansing and taking it in.
So then maybe this is a personal question. So if I'm fasting, like you said, you used to do like a 7-day fast from meat. So what are you eating?
Fruits and vegetables.
And that's it, like all day.
Fruits, vegetables, nuts.
Like fresh fruit.
Yeah,
and vegetables,
fresh fruits and. I mean, you can.
Not
you
the can.
Yeah,
that's why I was finna ask you, because
not
them can pineapple. A lot of we say that, and it sounds easy to do.
Yeah,
but like,
true enough.
If I'm somebody who is not someone who's a novice shopper when it comes to fruits and vegetables, if you tell me to fast for 7 days on just do fruits and vegetables, the first thing I'm about to do is go in here and get these canned pineapples and these canned peaches or the stuff in the pack that got the syrup and all that. I'm just saying, I'm thinking like just a normal person though. Like, obviously we have some we're educated to a certain extent. We're not at a novice level. You just telling me to go. In my mind, I'm going to the grocery store to just get the stuff I already get and leave the stuff that I don't need to meat. But them vegetables in the can and stuff like that ain't really good.
Yeah, that's true enough. Because a lot of people, they go vegan too, especially when vegan was a fad. Like, for a moment, like, everybody jumped on the vegan bandwagon.
They do it at the beginning of the year, every year. Everybody at church be doing the dang it fast and all that stuff.
And they become carboholics. Like, they will leave that, and boy, they'll go get a rice bowl, or they'll go get a salad and smother it in ranch. But, like, whatever.
We love ranch. Ranch got the black community in a chokehold. Salad just look like white glove.
That's what's it with cheese. Don't forget the cheese.
With the cheese. Oh, we gonna load it with, and not then we think we fancy. We go and get a little pepper jack. No, that shit got cheddar cheese on and a few tomatoes. And that fake ass
You
iceberg
avoiding all
lettuce.
the real stuff that need to go in there.
Yeah, they avoid everything. Who? Him, fake ass iceberg and romaine. It ain't real. You ain't never seen that in your life. Go get you some leafy greens.
So I definitely say, to that, it's definitely about fresh fruits and vegetables. So like, and that was one reason why I actually started juicing, because for me, it was tough to make sure that I got that every day.
So it's easier to consume that
It's
way.
easier to consume. So like a cup of juice is a pound of vegetables.
And it's mobile. You can take it with
take
you.
it, gulp it down, and you go. Like that was my introduction into beets, because I couldn't eat beets like on their own. I'm not finna be around here crunching on a beet like an apple.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm not finna do it. So
How can you know what I would? I know this ain't got a damn thing to do with nothing, but I would like to know, how do you make beets good? The only time I've eaten them is when I've had them pickled on the salad. Mm-hmm. But like that really ain't the healthy way to eat them.
You need them.
So I saw one of my partners break down a beet and was drinking beet juice, and let me tell you, I almost unfollowed the shit out that boy for doing that. It just grossed me out. Beet juice is like
all about balance.
I'm at now.
Can I put it with?
I'm asking these questions. I'm finna do this.
Yeah,
At the beginning of the year.
I got a little gift for y'all. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
snap,
A little
nigga, we
gifty.
got gifts in this bitch. See, you the
We
first.
pay you. You ain't brought us shit.
Oh my god.
Hey, man.
I'm sorry. My fault.
First of all, stop it.
My sugar low. My sugar low. I'm sorry.
Stop.
My sugar low.
Stop. Hurry up and stop. Now, first of all, we inviting you back.
Blame everything on my sugar.
Because everybody else, I hope that the other 25 guests are listening. Y'all ain't never brought us nothing. You barely gonna get a sweatshirt. We got to convince you to do that. Then you call us 2 weeks after the damn dropped in clothes.
Man, Keyah, you can come back
Sorry,
anytime. You can come in anytime you want. We might well just gonna start shouting you out every episode, because you.
I am, because let me tell you,
right.
when I'm 2-3 days into it, we recording, I'm pissed because I want a piece of chicken.
Man, listen. Be in here with a tropical green, wishing it was a damn steak.
But
Listen.
honestly though, a lot of, because we're type 1 diabetics.
Okay.
Right.
So, we are insulin dependent. So we have to have insulin, to maintain, because our pancreas just say fuck us. So, in that journey, I've understood how much food don't really matter that much.
Yeah.
As much as we make it matter.
Man.
We really have grown up to just eat until we are like exploding.
Finish your plate.
Yeah. And it's like tons of it.
Well, poverty had a lot to do with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a factor, but even that, like, we don't know nothing about portion control.
Exactly.
Your body, and this goes back to listening to your body. Your body lets you know when you're full. Like, you don't need any more. Like, if you go eat 3 ribs and some potato salad and baked beans, first of all, you already ate too much. But, like, after that, then you want to go and get, like, some dessert or something. Like, it's just, your body don't need
What changed my life was when I took that health journey and I realized I did not have to sleep after my meals. I knew nothing of that. That was an eye-opener for me. When
Yeah.
I started being energetic at the meals, I was like, what is this?
You
There's something in the
Let me
juice.
tell you, the best meal I ever had was at a vegan restaurant in Atlanta, and I ate a whole lot of food, but it was so light. And afterwards, I was like, man,
Electrifying.
I want to go run or do something like that's how you supposed to feel when you eat.
Exactly.
Man,
Like, you're not supposed to
about
be.
to go be.
And the reason that you and correct me if I'm wrong, you sleep because you eating so much that's heavy, and your blood sugar rise, and your body just saying, I
I'm gonna
can't
say
do
this,
nothing.
and this is no like shot at anyone, but like I was really big on pork and beef. Well, not really beef, but mainly pork. Like, my favorite thing when I worked at the mental health facility was going to Gators.
Yeah.
Listen, if you ain't got
Goddamn
no
Gators.
teeth, this is where you need to eat. I forgot what they slogan is. Cause the meat fall off the bone. Listen, They only open certain times of the day because they just that
They
good.
just that good.
Like, they know you gonna come.
They don't even have no schedule. You just got to call and check and make sure they open.
You really just better pull up. Because they ain't worried about answering the phone either.
Nope.
But, like, I was eating that and I was having, like, pinched nerves. I was having tons of fatigue. And, like, this is at 23, 24. I'm tired all the time. I'm working out now because I was working out for physical reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to look good versus feel good. So I'm working out. I'm looking good, you know, and I'm like, oh, man, but I'm tired. I'm taking pre-workouts. I'm jittery. You know, I had headaches. I thought, woozah. Like, I was literally like, bro, it gotta be something with me. I must be having this because I'm always having headaches. But when I really took that health journey, I realized it was connected to a lot of the things that I was eating and I was really taking in. Like, my body just is like, sis, pork is not for us. Like, the amount of salt that they use to cure that meat, it sends me through the roof. And that was really giving me a headache. And, like, especially I wasn't taking the time to detox my body or give my body the time it needs to detox that food.
I feel so bad.
Don't feel bad. Just go get the health. But I would definitely say, like, taking the time to detox, finding that balance with what you're eating and making sure that you're listening to your body. Like, when you start feeling fatigued, when you start feeling tired, oh, okay, well, I probably need to take in some more greens. I probably need to take in a little bit more of this. Like, when I told people to do plant-based, I literally mean plant-based. Like, go and get some plants. Go get some leafy greens. Some of that kale, some of that spinach. You know, some people can't take spinach, but, you know, you just look into the things that you can take. And one thing that's actually pretty amazing, if you don't know, you're supposed to start your day with fruit. You know, fruit is a great, because people, like, give...
Eat your water.
Listen, and they give fruits and vegetables and sometimes fresh juice. They give it a bad, like, rep because they're talking about the sugar in it. But the body actually does need a portion of sugar.
Okay.
So what I love to tell
Natural
people
sugar,
is
though,
natural
right?
sugar.
Yeah.
Exactly. So starting your day off with that is a good way to energize it versus having to take in coffee and be out here, you know, looking for something to pick you up. If you actually start your body off with water.
Because that's the first thing I do when I wake up. I drink water. I drink a full bottle of water. Somebody told me, I read it somewhere.
But the diabetic,
wake up,
diabetes,
Yes.
It's supposed to wake your stuff up,
Yes.
and whatever toxins you got, just get that out. And I
I don't
typically,
even want to go into the water talk. That's a whole nother podcast.
bro, I eat.
Well,
that.
first of all, let me tell you
Don't
something.
watch the water documentary.
First of all, you coming back. We can go on and tell you that now.
Don't talk. When we talk about speaking into your water,
It's gonna
we
be
ain't
a
gonna
part
talk
two.
about it.
But then because I typically have the same breakfast every morning, which is like a breakfast bar, which probably not good. Now that I'm thinking about it, but 3 eggs and some yogurt.
Is the fig bar that
Some
I be
Greek
eating,
yogurt.
is that good?
What kind of fig bar?
I'm not.
I'd be like,
Because I eat those stone grain ones, so it's like
Where you get them?
I like you can get them from like Sam's, Kroger.
Yeah, don't they come in like the
It's like a little 2-pack.
Yeah,
them.
them the one they come. Well, I got the raspberry one. Let me
They-
tell you.
No, that's what you
Raspberry, blueberry.
get.
They got a new flavor now.
I got the little dibby one.
Maybe
They can't be good.
Nah,
Them sugar
man.
figs. That's what
Right.
them stone grain, man. When I tell you them whole slap. Ooh,
I
they
got
so
the Nature
good.
Valley, the little Nature Valley fruit.
Ooh, they so
bars.
they
I
slap
like
so
them,
good.
but you know.
And
But
see,
that's-
here's the thing about fruit, man. I be getting that fruit,
It ain't
but you know,
real.
fruit go bad so fast.
Because you're not eating it.
That's why you
Bro,
got
you don't have to
You didn't-
yell at me.
You
Is what you gonna have to
you,
do.
you didn't skip 4 days. Then tomorrow, oh, my apple's bad.
You know
They
what?
mad.
So,
That's what they are.
that's-
The way
See?
you talk to me, let me know you whoop kids.
You gotta eat it.
Cause my whole left side went numb. You said you ain't eating them. All right, you know what?
You gotta eat them.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's a good question. So with your,
This so good.
so
She's saving our life.
do your children follow the same regimen, or do you have like some leeway with it?
Let's talk about it. So, in the beginning, you know, I was military style. You know, I really forced my children into it. Like, I forced them into veganism. I forced them into, like, whatever I ate, they ate. You know, however I ate, they ate. And honestly, I honestly believe that kind of had a negative effect in a bit because they pushed back. So, because of that, you know, they like, oh, my son?
I already know.
he'll do right around me because I'm to the point now, like, I'm not letting up, especially while you're around me, because it's like you just don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. And as long as you don't know what you don't know, you know, you're going to make the mistakes. And as your mother, it is my duty to put you on the right path. Mm-hmm. So, you know, when they're with me, I push them to make the right choices. But when they probably go with a friend or something, oh, I be on the phone, I hear them in the background, somebody, give me a Coke. Coke? Coke not even allowed in the house. So why you wilding out?
Yeah, we don't do them pops, man.
He trying to talkie it all the time.
He's trying to get diabetes. Oh, bro, this is not what you want.
If it clean your car battery, you don't
That's
need
what
to
I'm
drink
saying. I try to, and
Coke
people
clean your car battery.
And it was crazy because when I did go on my health journey, it was like other people had an agenda, you know what I'm saying, to tell my children, like, oh, your mama won't let you eat this. It's really wild. It's really wild.
That's, I know this is good, because that's something to touch on too, because you are also combating traditionalism.
Yeah.
With black folk, because they see you losing weight, you need to eat something.
Oh, you got that, like Buddy say,
yeah.
like Nardo say that one of his bits, he like, you're black, you pull up on your folk, you lose that weight, they gonna think you got that shit.
Yeah, like, it's crazy.
They gonna
and
think you
like,
got that shit.
Like, you go to the family functions and they eating with, you know, it's tradition. We gonna fry some catfish, we eating bread, we doing all types of stuff.
I looked at that shit my mama cooked yesterday. But it ain't
like
damn thing healthy in there.
It wasn't, them green
were good though.
They had pork in them.
Listen.
But she put, I don't know, it look like a turkey tail in there or something. I don't know.
It was pork, man, it hurt.
That's so the blessing of it is my mom was the first one that actually changed her health.
Oh.
So she was on the truck and her health was just kind of deteriorating, and from there she made the transition into veganism. So while I was calling my mama dealing with headaches, my daughter was dealing with chronic asthma. I'm talking about chronic asthma where we're in the hospital every other month. She's on daily steroids. And my son was to the point where his belly was he couldn't take meat. So he would, like, anything would inflame him. It was really wild. So my mom really got into veganism, and she was like, okay, you trying everything else, try this. And I was like, all right, let me give it a try. So we did. And, like, I saw a change in my daughter. When I tell you chronic asthma, daily steroids.
I believe it.
In the hospital every other month. The first thing I cut was dairy. Just by cutting dairy, she no longer had to take the daily steroids because she was like, the wind would blow and my daughter would be like, when I cut out dairy, that cut out. She was no longer letting the wind dictate, you know, how her day went. So when I then started adding in superfoods, really started adding in different things like that, I realized, oh, the body never had time to heal.
Man, if you don't
because I was
put this
steadily
shit
putting
in
that
an ebook.
mucus. Oh, it's coming. But I was steadily putting the mucus in her body, and I was steadily, you know, helping her with that inflammation. So just the more I started educating myself, I was like, okay, let me just take the necessary steps to do it. And that's what I did. That's why I said I was military style at first. I made my children like, nah, we changing our health, point blank, period. I just, in the last probably 2 or 3 years, I kind of just gave them the choice of options. So, you know, and they'll watch what they eat. They, you know, they make their decisions. You know, like sometimes my son will go to school and choose a salad, and his teacher like, whoa, you sure?
See?
You know, like they'll literally ask him, are you sure that's what you want?
Like, you don't want no burgers?
Yeah.
Like, it's that type of,
Yeah. And like just recently, like.
They can't spend the night at no little kid's house. You got to pack their own snacks.
Listen, but sometimes they'll wild out. They'll wild out if they want to.
They
but,
kids.
You know, like I say, it's really, truly, like you said, all about balance. It's really about listening to your body. It's about not just jumping head in thinking you gotta stay one way, because sometimes that is what will take you off of the path. So if people jump into veganism, then they eat some meat one week and they're like, oh, I can't be a vegan no more. You know, they really beating themselves up. So it's like just baby steps. And I love this. I heard this from Eric and with Herbal Blessings. If you fall off the horse, just get back on.
Yep.
So if you fall off of it, you know, and you do something else, just get back on. Like,
speaking of them, I'm going over there tomorrow. It's Taco Tuesday, and let me tell you, man, that vegan taco salad, it slaps.
Wow. Meals that heal.
I do the walnut and cashew. The walnut, I do half walnut, half cashew. Rita put me on. Lord have mercy.
Yes, it's something serious.
See, Did what I
Then I'm finna work, get fine on
Cause we
these
supposed
dog ass hoes.
Cause I'm going to Vegas next year. I just need to. I'm trying to be naked.
Trying to be right.
I ain't even finna lie to you.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
Watch what
Pool
you
party.
eat and start walking.
Then cardio ain't never been a problem. It's just you know.
That's because it's holding stuff up in there.
You right.
And I don't
need
even want to
release.
ask this because this get personal, but I realize a lot of Mississippians ain't pooping like they need to.
Oh, let me not go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, well, good,
Thank
good.
God, we thank God, cause I know some folk can't.
Because I know when I
It don't
opened
feel
the
good.
store,
have-
it was so many that
Don't
people
have
that
no
came
fiber in
in.
their dads or nothing. I'm like,
None.
man, you don't eat no fiber? How you don't
None.
have no fiber?
But that's also because people really live in a microwave society right now. So because we're always on go, you have to get your food on go. So if you're going from one place to the next, you're trying to get it before you get home. People are looking for those fast options. And if you're not cooking for yourself, you're getting fast food. Unless you're paying top dollar to get some to go from a restaurant, you're getting fast food. So
trash.
Man, I really had to realize how many people literally eat fast food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Facts.
They get a breakfast sandwich from McDonald's or Wendy's.
You going
They
to Whataburger.
Listen, that
Yeah.
on lunch,
All
and then
that.
you get
Chick-fil-A.
Listen,
And it's trash. Chick-fil-A been trash, but they eat it every day. They eat that sodium sandwich. That's what it is. It's a sodium sandwich.
they soak their meat in pickle juice, but we ain't gonna talk about
Yep.
it. That how the meat stay tender.
That's a perfect
But-
way to end the segment right there, nigga.
She finna tell on them.
I've been told.
So when it comes to like work-life balance with my children as well, I always like to go back to this. So when I first started, I definitely used to have my kids in the bar. Like people will be ordering, my son will be making a flip by him. I'm like, just don't mind him. Like, please don't mind him. But after that, I kind of transitioned them out of being in the bar with me. And I was really like head down into the like working and building my company. And I didn't realize how disconnected I was from the family until we were opening our second location. And I came home and I'm like, hey, you guys, we'll be opening store number 2. No, I was like, I got a surprise. And my kids were like, what? And I said, we're finna open store number 2. And they said, oh, so more time away from us. And that was such a wake-up call for me because I was like, whoa, like the people that I'm doing this for,
You don't get to even spend time with them.
yeah,
'cause you
and
doing it
they're
for
not
them.
even excited about it. And I was like, whoa, okay, you know what? And that's when like scaling and growth has always been in my mind, but that's when systems really kicked in for me. It was like, baby, you can't be doing everything. Because if you're constantly doing everything, you'll have no time for other things. So I really had to work on, systematizing the juice bar so that others could work in those spaces that I was in.
Absolutely. That's
And-
Atomic Habits if you hadn't read that book.
Hey, that's a good one.
Go ahead.
But it was definitely the wake-up call for me because I was like, man, I'm doing this for them. They're not even excited. Like, let me try to do the right things so that I can spend time with my children. So it was really about finding the balance in what you're doing and understanding how to create systems for other people to be able to do what you do, so that you're not draining yourself and you're not taking away that time from family, because family is so important. Some of the top grossing entrepreneurs and billionaires out here, when they on their deathbed, what is the one thing they say that they wish they had?
With my family. I wish I would have spent more time.
Every time. So, the work-life balance thing comes in different seasons and transitions. Don't beat yourself up because you're not doing something for the entire year. Really just pay attention to when something needs more attention than the other. Like, it's super important. And yeah, like if you don't understand it, you'll see when you get into entrepreneurship. Like, you have to make sure you're paying attention to your health and also like everything that's around you.
That is a perfect ending to today's episode. We just love you, man. We sure appreciate you pulling up.
I'm full. My
This is
spirit
beautiful.
is full. I am
I feel
overjoyed.
like Steve need to play like a ballad.
Y'all, I had made y'all a intro song.
Where you made us one?
It ain't something, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no!
It's just
Can
a
you
little
play
song,
it?
song.
Where is it?
It's a little something I rap myself.
You rap?
You know, it's just like a little 1-2, not too much.
You finna rap it?
I'm gonna rap it. I'll rap it at the end for y'all.
You finna rap this shit?
We'll close it. We'll close the shit.
About? Hold up, cause we ain't never had nobody. You got the beat? Oh, you got it on your phone.
Let me see. I gotta hear it. Hold on.
Cause typically,
I always have
First
to
of
hear
all,
it.
I didn't know that you rap.
she sing. You
She
heard
do,
her
she
humming?
do. She can hum a little.
While you checking for it real quick, y'all please give it a fast special guest kid.
Yeah, I know. He gonna insert them claps. You know what? You should.
Magnificent up in here.
You should play some praise dance music.
No, don't do that.
Praise break.
No, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Please do it.
So yeah, man, we appreciate you pulling up on us and coming through and just blessing us with your presence and all this magnificent knowledge. And it was just amazing. It was just amazing. So while we at it, man, plug your shit. Tell the people where they can find you.
So you can find us on all social media platforms at Mama Nature's. That's the juice bar at Succeed and Elevate. Join our mailing list. We got some awesome things coming out for entrepreneurs, for anybody looking to take their business past the 5 years. And if you pass the 5 years, how can you scale? And if you're scaling, how can you exit? Because I don't think we think about that enough. But also, on top of that, we got the Farmers Club IO. So that is our cryptocurrency, Web3, and also our new restaurant that is coming to the Jackson area. Yeah.
Talking about, damn, I live it.
Yeah.
I absolutely live it. And we are recording right here at the Broward Arts Center.
Yes.
Shout out to
Blessed and anointed sinner.
Shout out to the homie
like
Fifth
college.
Child. Speaking of Fifth Child, you can catch him in a couple weeks. Jackson Indie Music Week. You will be performing with a few people, mainly Allie, baby. And it's gonna be it's gonna be a nice time. So y'all go check out the homie Fifth Child.
What day you
Yes.
perform?
He performed Friday. No, not Friday. Saturday. 14th of Saturday. Yeah. So he performing
The
on Saturday.
14th of Friday, ain't it?
This is Saturday. Because the 12th is
Oh
what,
yeah, I don't
the
know.
12th is what
Oh, the
we
13th
are,
is Friday.
Yeah, the 12th is what we are hosting. The Vibe Controls will be hosting the Icon Awards.
And the R&B, the
During-
Icon Awards
slash
/
the
R&B showcase.
during Jackson Indie Music Week. So if
Oh.
y'all coming, if y'all around, come check that out. They are honoring a few people. Deuce Bigelow being one of the honorees.
The real,
Right.
the real folk that sang "Never Scared."
That part, which is gonna be funny that people gonna be in there dressed up clothes, listening to Never Scared. But anyway, so as always, you can check out this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Mark, what you got coming up?
Man, first of all, let me just say thank you to everybody who just supported, obviously us individually and collectively throughout the year. It was a good year. It was a great year actually, and progress was the goal this year, and we definitely progressed and took some steps forward. And so next year's this year was the year to step up. Next year is the year to step out, and so it's gonna be a big year, man. I know the first thing, obviously, we got the gig that we got together, and then Rita's got the GOAT birthday bash that she's doing on the 28th at Johnny T's. You actually have something that same night as well, too.
Yep.
On the 28th. And then, Nash Bash is coming in February, among other things. And, man, I got a wish list this year of some cities that I didn't get to hit, some cities and states that I didn't hit last year. We're going to hit them this year. The tour is still going to be going strong. And, Free Therapy 2023, the special is coming. So, let's go.
All right. All I got is Vibe Control stuff. Because that's what it's about. Vibe Control is a buzz, goddammit. I got to make it next year because if it's no, I'm going to I'm finna move to Houston or some shit. I'm out. Fuck it. No. Yeah, but as Merck said, I got something on the 28th. Shout out to Candace Pippins and her good people. Black tie event. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty dope. It's a
Networking
event, a black tie networking mixer. I'll be hosting. 601 Live Band will be performing. You can get your tickets. I don't know where, but just
Go to your page.
go to
look
my
at the
page,
flyer.
and I accept your friend request. So yeah, before we go, as we always would like to end the show with a little nugget, little something inspirational to carry on through your day, your month, your week, your hour, your minute, or whenever you're listening. And this evening, again, our lovely guest Keyah. She gonna
The evangelist Keyah.
I ain't finna do that to you. She gonna come on.
There you go.
Is this the color purple?
Okay.
But go ahead and drop a nugget on the people.
No matter what you're doing, no matter where you're at in entrepreneurship or just trying to scale in your job, confidence is key. Stay confident, show the confidence. A lot of time we lack confidence because of lack of knowledge. So put in those 10,000 hours in whatever you're doing. Perfect your craft, perfect whatever you're doing so you can be confident in whatever you do.
I like it.
That's what I'm talking about.
10,000 hours. Yes, Lord.
Them a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours, man. Gotta get this
But
work.
it takes that.
Reward them.
It takes that.
Yeah, again, y'all give it up for Keyah, man. We
She gonna
appreciate you. Oh, I ain't got
Oh,
to.
oh.
I'm waiting on this
Get to
rap.
it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna let you do the close. Then we gonna, instead of her saying what she's supposed to say,
We gonna close with her rap.
right? Merch.
Alright. Oh yeah, you already know what it is, man. Happy New Year to y'all. Be safe and all that other good stuff. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body and spirit. You know, and always, man, y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay free. Share that shit.
All right, man. Happy Kwanzaa, power to the people, and Happy New Year. We love y'all. Y'all got to get this work next year, and that's what it is. So typically,
You gotta say.
oh, two fingers up in the to the side because I'm chilling. But
Hey.
typically, we would have you say what everybody says when they leave out here, which is that. But he said out here. If you didn't know,
I did not. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
I
Like
know.
a skirt. I didn't
Yeah,
know what was
that-
going on. I was like, okay.
Kind of. It's
Yes,
out
it
here,
could.
which is our hashtag. Out
Stephen
here.
Hayes.
Out
We
here,
out here
okay.
is our hashtag.
Absolutely.
But since you said that you came prepared with
To
a little,
It came to me on the way here. I'm gonna get my little beat.
I ain't bet.
MC
Give me-
Alright.
Keyah in the place to be.
Look at you, what it do? Now let's start the show. See, these my guys, they two bros, and they got the gold.
Hey.
Yeah, we here, and we doing it. Talking all the something. I ain't got no more words, but let's start it.
Hey, we out here. Bro, you gotta put a beat to that. Yeah. I started saying, yeah. Come in with that joint.
Look at you, what it do? Look at you, what it do? Look at you, look at you, look at you, what it do? Look at you, what it do? Look at you, what it do? Look at you, look at you, look at you, what it